Where should we start? I don't even know. Skins, gods, Morgan, general. Well, none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. New tags on home screen, daily logins, none matters. Update surrender vote rules, doesn't matter too much. Yeah, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Alright, this matters. Alright, conquest. So I'm gonna try to go over it pretty quick and just give like an overview. So you guys, I'm not sitting here explaining everything. Just like an overview of like what I think about everything. So here we'll start. Do you guys want me to zoom in a little bit? I know a lot of people asked me that last time. Alright, so conquest, boom, boom, boom. Added a new objective for the shrine. I don't really understand that much. Like, I don't know why they did that extra goal. I don't know what the reasoning was. They said what they said during the video. But the shrine gains a stack for every 3 jungle camp monsters your team kills, right? So, okay. So that's something that you're doing regardless. So, okay, there's nothing else to think about when you're doing that. Up to 7 stacks. So you kill 7 camps, you go around and I guess you hit it 3 times. Attacking the shrine consumes 1 stack and rewards each player on your team with gold 5 gold. Okay. 3 quick basic attacks clear the shrine. Okay. Each team shrine cannot be attacked by enemy players, so what's the point of having it if you can't invade the shrine? It's just like a bandage fix in my opinion. Clearing camps in the enemy jungle will contribute towards your shrine stacks, but at half rate. So if you clear a camp, it counts towards the 7 stacks, but only at half rate. Okay, seems like a very big bandage fix. Like, it's something that you do regardless. It's not something that you're thinking about, something extra you're thinking about. Seems like something you just do to like give junglers more gold, right? Is that the reason they said that? Give more gold to the team or junglers? Gives your team the gold. I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't really like it too much. Added 2 single heartbeat camps next to duo. Okay, we heard base 7, so 700 health. There's a lot of gold because there's 2 bigs. Base health 700. Prots 8, 6. It was changed, right? I thought they said they made camps tankier. Base physical power 24. Yeah, normal split. They made XP camp near oracles into 2 camps. Okay. Each camp contains 2 small harpies. Okay. Remove the Gold Fury from the Fury spawn pool after 20 minutes. XP split bonus. They should have done this a long time ago, but I'm glad they did it. But the gold is given to everyone. Why is it helping junglers if it's each player on your team? I don't understand that. I don't know. Remove Gold Fury. Fury spawn for 20 minutes. XP split bonus increase from 20 to 25. That makes a big difference. Adjusted initial jungle camp spawn delays. So sharing isn't as bad. Speed. This is super important because now certain characters don't have a big advantage just coming into mid. It should have been like this a long time ago. I don't know what took them so long. It also helps with invades. Because if you try to invade speed, I mean, actually, no, it's better for invades in my opinion, right? Because you can invade speed earlier than the wave meets. We'll see. 32, what is it? From 32 to 30, so 2 seconds, 2.2. So everything's just faster. Clear jungles have like, it's faster. They'll get to mid faster. So they can maybe split red now. We'll see. Increase base health and protections of jungle monsters. So they made jungling harder. So like Hebo just can't go around fucking one blasting everything. 440 to 485. Base. How does it scale? Does it scale? Small harpies, base health increase from 130 to 155. It's a good chunk of health. Maybe an extra auto. Base physical protections from 5 to 6, 5 to 6. It's not really that much. 380 to 420. An extra auto. 1 extra prot. Not too much. Doesn't really do that much. More of an early game. Takes longer for early game. What up, unknown? Small buff camp minions, base health 100 to 120, base physical protection 6 to 7, 5 to 6. Okay, decrease team goal reward from tier 1 towers from 100 to 75. I don't like this. Decrease, what was the reason? With addition to the jungle shrine, and more jungle camps. We need to adjust the map elsewhere to prevent players from gaining gold experience resources too quickly. Killing towers provides a huge positional advantage to the team, if effectively reducing the enemy god's territory and allowing more jungle to control. Its tactical effect is strong already, so makes sense. Yeah, they have a fuck ton of camps now, so making towers less relevant in the gold department. That kind of hurts for splits now. So like, if you trade a tier 2, right? If you trade a tier 2 for Gold Fury, 250 gold. Gold Furies give you 250 gold, I think. Oh, depending on the Gold Fury itself. Adjusted totem coup rewards decrease the team gold reward from 25 to 25 extra gold. MP3 buff scales over time with 3 tiers. Grants 10 MP5 5 minutes, 20, 30 MP5 to 10, 15 minutes. Makes sense. It makes sense to scale. Jungle buff changes. Mana blue, remove flat, plus 20 MP5. Increase to now grants plus 2 MP5 per, so like Mage's Blessing. So if you spend mana, you get more MP5. That's okay. That's fine. Makes you manage your resources more, definitely. So that's what they were going for in solo. So this makes sense. Damage red, remove 5% power bonus versus enemy gods. What? Okay, red is not that hurts red. Speed yellow added 10% CCR. That's like question, like why would you add that to speed? Couldn't think of any other stat. I feel like they looked through all the stats and they're like CCR makes the most sense. And does that mean you still cap at 40%? So when you have speed buff, you're over capping if you're at 40%. I feel like that makes warrior junglers early way harder to kill if you got 10% CCR. Because not only do they have flat HP, they have flat prots, but now they don't get CC'd for as long. Void purple, remove plus 2 protection reduction per enemy god within the area radius, removed 5%. Yeah, so they brought it back to attack speed, bro. They've been doing that for how long? Yeah, fucking flipping and flopping over 10% attack speed or reducing prots. 10% attack speed, so now it's back to 100. I like the new map for Joust. It looks really pretty. Definitely gonna be fun to do like in-houses and whatnot. Is this for ranked? A new player metric will be revealed to ranked players. Variants will be visible ways to see MMR values on the ranked profile page. Will update every match. You can reach a cap of 5% after every game played. Variants MMR will no longer be reset at you start split. Instead, variants will reset. This should provide a much more stable environment for ranked matchmaking. The problem with ranked matchmaking is that they don't have enough players. Let's keep it real. That's just the honest truth. Alright, so I don't care about this blessing. Removed MP5 from it. Okay, that's a big nerf. Wow. Removed plus 7 HP and mana restoration assistant. Now provides plus 7 plus while within 60 feet of an ally god. For clearing minions, correct? Wait. You just have to be near them? So if you're in 60 feet of an ally god, you get 7 health. Oh, MP. Okay, so you get HP 5 and 7 MP 5. For how long? Oh, that's for 10 seconds. I see why. This Guardian Blessing intended to empower support players who choose to assist an ally. During the early game, solo lane players found that using mini target services will combine with a passive playstyle save it effective the health and mana restore. So they did this to take away from the solo laner. Makes sense. So you can't just sit under a tower and still get a fuck ton of gold. Sorry, chat. Increased damage to jungle monsters with 35 to 40%. Okay, I like it. Good change. This is a new relic that players start with the second relic slot at level 12. You replace it with replace this relic with any other relic for no cost. Wards have 1 minute duration, 120-second cooldown. So you can place a ward and it will die, and you have to wait another minute before placing another one. Good, so you're not just spamming wards and there's just not vision on the whole map for no reason. There's 5 wards now, so ganking is going to be a lot harder. That's for sure, chat. It's going to be more of a ward game. They're kind of going to the Dota League way. These wards provide no gold reward. Players can teleport to these wards. Wards can't count towards the normal ward limit. Definitely, this is good. Thank God they did this. Replacing the visual chart on its cooldown will share the cooldown with a new relic. Wow. I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. I definitely would like to make it a little secret mechanic where you could drop a ward level 12 for, you know, obviously not spending the 50 gold, go back to base, and then change your relic. That'd be a cool mechanic. I feel like a mechanic that you actually have to think about. I don't like this. New Hand of the Gods, 100 gold. It's a consumable. It feels weird, man. Deals 150 true damage around you. This only affects monsters on your side of the jungle. Okay. Can only carry one at a time, so you refresh stacks. 100 gold. You have it forever after 100 gold? 150. It's not that much. Enough to secure, though. Early game, at least. Only early game. Because then at any point, any ability does more than 150 after the first 2 rotations of jungle. 5 wards? Yeah, 5 people are going to have it. We work on potion of power, 70 magical power, 40 physical power, 10% CDR on both physical and 5-minute duration or unit killed. 10% CDR on physical as well, correct? So they took out the tick damage from physical power. Okay, that's not bad. I don't mind this. These effects no longer stack with each other. The fountain volume will now overwrite all heal potion effects. The fountain volume. Multi potion will still stack, so you could do this and pop a multi potion. You're still reaching a ton of health, just not as much. These effects no longer start with each other. Okay, the same shit. Mystical Mail. This is a good change. Mystical Mail was damn too expensive. That's why no one bought it. Even though it's a very good item, I think early game. If you want to invest into it, if you feel like it's good, which with Blink Meta, I think is a really good item. Just 2,700. It's literally almost Heartseeker and Heartseeker. Compare Heartseeker to Mystical Mail. Omega lol. Decrease health from 300 to 200. That's fine. If they lower it for 350 gold, if they lowered it, they should lower the health. I agree with that. That's fine. It's a good item. Now it's more centered around the tick damage. I like it. You have to rebuy it after each use. Okay, that's stupid. Should lower the price if that was the case. Witchblade, increase health from 200 to 250. Good change. I like buffing Witchblade. It's a good item. Increase attack speed aura from 20 to 25%. It's a pretty big buff. Great item. Sovereignty, increase HP 5 from 25 to 35. Wow, that's a lot of HP 5, boys. Is that the aura or is that the stat on the item? Should have been more clear on that. Increase MP5 from 20 to 30. So they wanted to base more around MP5 and HP 5. Makes sense. Especially if it's an aura item. I like it. Dynasty, cost decrease from 17 to 1400. That is a very fucking cheap item. Magical power decrease from 50 to 40. 40 power for 1400 gold. Okay. Physical protection remains at 30. Wow, that's a very cheap. Added 50 health. I removed 10, so it has no pen on it. Gives you 40 power, 30 physical prots, 1400 gold. God damn, that's cheap, dude. That's me finishing Transcendence and Uller Mid, which I do usually at level 5 or 4. A mage could have that. It means I never kill them because they have 30 physical fucking prots. Meaning, when do I get 30 pen? After 2 items. Okay. Trinity Plate Helm costs 2,400 gold. That's a pretty expensive item. 85 magical power. That's a lot of power. 40 physical prots. It's a good amount of prots. 100 health, 20% CCR passive. If there are ally minions around you, they gain 20% max HP and 20% attack speed. Whenever an ally minion dies around you, you gain 5 power per stack up to 6. Lasts 15 seconds. So obviously a guardian item. A guardian solo item. Helps with split pushing as a guardian, where you never really could. You'd always have to rotate a team fights to be effective. It's a good item. I like it. It's expensive as hell, so definitely it's a good item. I think it's a well balanced item. Maybe 10% CCR instead of 20%. Rework Stonefowl. Nobody worry about this item. 2,600 gold is a very expensive item. Increased magical power from 70 to 100. Okay, that's a lot of power. That's Bancroft right there. Magical protection remains at 40. Cooldown reduction remains at 10. 10% CDR. 40 magical prots. What is that? Like on Chile? And then 100 power for 2600 gold. And you gain 20% magical protection of the nearby allied gods with the highest magical protection within 70 feet. Allied god. So you need to be near your guardian. And you steal their prots. Cool mechanic, something you have to think about. I love items that you have to think about them. Definitely like this item. Cool art. Cost 2600. 80 magical power, 20% attack speed, 12% lifesteal. Oof, this is literally the magical ADC. Hitting enemy gods with basic attacks give you 1 stack of 2% lifesteal. Stacks up to 5 times. Stack lasts 5 seconds. Hitting enemy gods with basic attack gives you 1 stack. So you can get 10% lifesteal by hitting an enemy. I like that it's an enemy and not a minion. That's very important. And it lasts 5 seconds. Very short. So when you're trading with a hunter, definitely keep in mind that they're going to have 22% lifesteal. Add Bancrofts to this, and you're definitely going to have to build a bunch of brawlers and shit. 22% at max stacks. Am I wrong? Stacks up 5 times. 1 stack gives you 2%. Oh, okay. 22 when you add. Okay. That's okay. You guys are trolling. Definitely something you have to think about when you're trading. Something when you're trading them, and something you have to think about when you're trading as the magical ADC or the Outquang or whatever. Is it good for AO? Definitely it is. It's a good item for AO. Very good item for AO. Very good item for AO. Holy shit! Actually, no, this item is insane for AO. The coin, cool. 2,700 gold. 200 less than Heartseeker, just to keep in mind how expensive it is. 80 magical power, low magical power for how expensive the item is. 20% magical pen, that's a lot of fucking pen. 20 MP5, okay. Passive, on a god kill or assist, a coin is flipped. I hate RNG. This is already RNG as fuck. If heads, you gain a stack of 7 HP 5. It's not a lot of HP 5. If it's tails, you gain a stack of 2% movement speed. Each stack can stack up to 4 times and at 8 stacks. This item evolves. You also gain 1 gold. The fuck is the 1 gold for? Evolution. On god kill or assist, a coin split. If heads, you get 150 health over 6 seconds. Not that much health. It's a late game item, definitely, so you have to think about it in that term. 150 health, not that much. If tails, you gain 5% movement speed for 6 seconds. Well, why the 1 gold? I don't understand. It's like adding 1 health. It's not as RNG as I thought. Because it's a coin, get it? Okay. That's still a very random stat. So what I think about this item, low magical power, has a fuck ton of pen, good MP5. It's a spike item, definitely. Probably I would say maybe mid game. Definitely a mid game, late game item. Very expensive, like I said. Low power, 20% magical penetration. With all this new percentage pen, I'm gonna have to see where it lands. The 7 HP 5, not that much. The 150 health over 6 seconds. You definitely most of the time want 5% movement speed for 6 seconds, but it's only 6 seconds. I think this item is kind of wackaroonies. The passive is wackaroonies in my opinion. I feel like they could have done a better job. Maybe it resets your cooldown by 1 second. Or if tails do maybe the movement speed. Remove Shaman's Ring. The item has been removed from the game. Damn. F in the chat for Shamans. Shoes of Magi. Decrease cost from 16 to 1550. CD boots cost. Remove 10 magical pen and increase magical power from 55 to 75. Alright, so it's like it's the same thing. If you feel like you can't kill with your kit as a mage early game, you build these. Shoes of Focus increase from 1550 to 1600. Makes sense. All these boots are just high power. You're definitely still gonna value Shoes of Focus way higher. I mean, mana, CD. Mana is just so important early game. Why? Because you farm. It's really it helps farm a lot, especially because Smite is a game where you just kind of roll up to the wave, use 2 abilities, and dip. Mana is really important. So this is definitely a better item for power farming, and that's exactly what you want to do early mid game. These boots are never going to be bought, very rarely bought. 75 power is good, but it's just the mana is just too important early game. Spell focus added 10% magical penetration, removed passive. Okay. Increased cost from 23 to 25.50. More expensive item now. It's pretty expensive, but let's see what it does. Added 20% magical penetration, reworked passive. 15 to 45% magical depending on magical protections. You should scale. Your first ability gains 10%, so 30% magical penetration. And it can only happen 10 seconds. So if someone has 100 magical, let's say Genjis and Guardians, you're around like 100 magical prods. They're still at 70 magical prods. It's a lot of fucking magical prods. I don't know how hard you're gonna hit, and it caps at 40. I don't know how I feel about taking out Flat Pen, man. I think that might be scary. We'll see how it works. Increased magical power from 65 to 75. Good buff. You really felt low damage when you used it. Reworked passive. Your damaging abilities also 10% overcaps to 40, so you go 50%. Yeah, it's gonna be a must build then, because you're gonna want to overcap since there is no Flat Pen. Your damaging abilities reduce your target's magical protection by 10 for 5 seconds. Why is it still flat? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. From to deal 5% increased damage. So new Shaman's Ring. So 30% increased damage. Very good item. Very good item. You're gonna see this build a lot more. Pythagoras Piece added 10% magical penetration, remove 10% cooldown. Less utility, more damage. Still utility, obviously, because you do it. You kind of build it to help out your team. But now it has 10. It does a little bit more to the damage side, so you could build it more on your like mages. Typhons added 10% magical penetration. This item has always been so whack. Like, you can't build an item that depends off another item. You feel me? Doesn't make any sense. I feel like items that depend off other items are just not good items. Decreased magical power from 80 to 70. Added 10% pen. Okay, cool. You're never going to build this item. They just need to delete. You keep shamans and you delete typhons. Definitely. High res. Soul Reaver. The reason they deleted shamans is because they did this. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't delete shamans, but whatever. Soul Reaver increased cost from 2750 to 2850. Expensive. 50 less than Heartseeker. Added 10% magical penetration. Okay. Decreased magical power from 130 to 110. Okay, so they just added 10% magical penetration on every damn ability. What up, Short Fuse? Forsaken Cynically, what's up, boys? Hey, Queen. Staff of Myrmidon added 10% magical penetration. Okay, they just added 10% on every item. Decreased magical power from 120 to 110. Okay. Okay. Reduce base health from 175 to 100. Second part of the item is so expensive and so weak. The build up to this item is now... Oh no, this is first piece. Is this first piece or second? It looks like second. I don't even remember. I haven't built the item in so long. Added 10% magical penetration. High risk. Well, come on. You guys gonna get more creative? Reduce base health from 200 to 150. Okay. From plus 3 health plus 0.5 magical power per stack to 100 stacks. 300 health. 50 magical power to 1 health and 1 magical power. 75 stacks. 75 health. 75 magical power. Evolved Warlock stack. Due to the change of Warlock staff, this item now provides 140 magical power. That's a lot. 225, 200 mana, 10%. Book of Thoth with 10% magic pen and a tiny bit of health. Is it still at 100 stacks? Oh, it's now 75. Yeah, you definitely should be seeing this item. You definitely should. How expensive is it? Still the same price? You definitely should be seeing this item again. This is a good change. Spear Deso, increased magical power from... This still has flat pen? Does Spear Deso still have flat pen? Increased magical power from 100 to 110. This item is godlike. Still has flat pen. So why did they make every item but Spear Deso have... and they took away flat pen on everything? Ratatouille. Increased magical power from 150 to 160. Cool. I needed this. Too expensive to have 150. A little tiny buff makes a difference. Soul Gem increased magical power from 65 to 80. I needed this. It felt like when you built this item, it was only for the passive. And with counter healing being so prominent right now, you didn't want to build it because of the lifesteal. You got so little back, and the power was so low on it. So you didn't feel that like the item was too good. It was too niche. You needed no counter healing on the other side to build this, and that was kind of it. Polynomicon increased magic power 75 to 85. Good change. I like it. Chronos Bandit. Cool. Decreased crosswinds 2800, 2700. Cool. Increased magical power for 90 to 100. The item. Ooh, wow. That's a big boy change. That's a nice change, bro. You can definitely get to see some Chronos Pendants again, boys. Damn, I definitely don't mind it as the first item. It helps you power farm, and it gives you Bancroft power, obviously without passive, and then lets you just power farm. Again, it still gives you the MP5. That's nice. Increased magic power from 90 to 100. I like the change. Good changes. Restore artifact, decreased price to 16, 1400. I like it. The build up was kind of awkward. It's a good build up. Nice, 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 nice. Good change. Very good change here. Even very undermined change, but very good change. I always felt like when I build this tier 2 restored artifact, it was like this very awkward point where I was really weak. I needed to finish it. And as soon as I finished it, it wasn't because of the power that I was good. It was the passive that I was getting, whether it was Doom Orb or... I'm sorry, not Doom Orb, whether it was Chronos Pen or Tahuti. Added 10% attack speed, okay. Decreased 5 magical power, okay. Decreased magic to reduce from 12% to 10%. 10% per stack. How many stacks again? 3? 30%? Or is it 5? I forgot. Enemy gods within 55 units have their magical protection reduced by 8. Enemy gods by 5%. What's the math on this? Increased magical power. So if someone has 100, it's 5. It was just 8. So this was a better version. Obviously depending on magical prots, but you know, generally. Increased magical power from 20 to 40. That's a good change. To 10%. So you only build this to enemy gods within 55 units of their magical protection reduced. You only build this as a guardian that's peeling. Because this is nothing if you're diving, this is horrible. Because 10% is fucking trash on a hunter or mage that has 40 or 50 magical prots. That's fucking 4 magical prots that you're lowering. Doesn't matter. It's only efficient when you're defending someone with like 150 to 200 magical prots, and that means you need to be peeling. Decrease physical and magical reduction from 15 to 10. Okay, cool. Like that change. Fuck this item. New shield, physical item, branches off warded shield. Okay, 2500. Yo, old Witchblade, guys. You guys remember this? They're literally using old art. Cost 2500. 30 physical power, 35 physical protection, 35 magical protection. Ooh, and akimbo prots with physical power. God damn, bro. We've been doing eye retaliation for so long because this is the only item that did this, and sometimes you didn't even use it for its passive. 100 health. This is a very stacked item. I like this item. Ally gods within 170 units have their healing increased by 10%. Kind of whack aura. If you haven't taken or dealt damage in the last 5 seconds, their healing is increasing by additional 15%. Nerf Achilles, please, before you put this item in. It's physical rod of ass clap. It's not really, though. Only on the passive. Every other stat is completely opposite. It's a tank item. Ass clap is more power and only has a little bit of HP and movement speed. It's a very different item. You guys can't just look at the passive and say it's the same as another item. Cost 1250, Cursed Blaze, so part 2 of that. 75 health, 10% attack speed. So what was it before? 10% attack speed, 5% movement speed. So now they jumped into the attack speed part of it. Before it used to be only movement speed because you can go into Relic Dagger, and that didn't have attack speed. Gladiator Shield reworked from only triggering once per ability. Just heals after from a single ability, only heal. So like now Jacques could like heal once and then 50%, 50%, 50%, 50% depending on the coin toss. If that's true, then Gladiator Shield is broken again. Increase physical protection from 50 to 60. Void is nasty. From enemy gods within 55 units have physical protection for 20. Enemy gods 55 units have their physical protection reduced by 15%. They need to have 200 physical prots to get value again. Which would be how much? 30 physical. So it's better for not carries. It's better for tanks. This change is good actually, guys. The fact that they're going to percentage, making warriors and guardians not be able to just kill carries for fun. Kind of going the league route, League of Legends and Dota route, where guardians are guardians and not fucking just smashing, carries. Reduces the physical protection of enemies. Okay, yeah, this is part 2 of it, right? Spike shield. Yeah. Silver branch increased power prior from 1 to 1.5. Definitely needed a buff. I loved using the item, but I felt like it wasn't strong enough. I only used it a couple times when I definitely was overcapping on Kali or something like that. The Executioner decreased physical protection reduction per stack from 12 to 10, so both Doom and Exy took a hit. Not too much of a hit, but definitely took a hit. Decreased decreased passive percentage physical protection reduction from 15 to 10%. Okay. Decrease base physical protection reduced from 15 to 10%. Decrease max physical protection reduction from 40 to 35. I feel like Titans didn't need a nerf. I feel like Titans needed a buff. Maybe higher the power to 40. If you're gonna do this, higher the power to 40. Don't leave it at 30. They're most probably gonna do that later. They're gonna realize right away that this is a problem. You can't give 30 power and then nerf the item as well. It's the lowest mace. And they dropped percentages. The only reason you buy it is for the 40%. Because it does no fucking power when you're comparing it to fucking Heartseeker and all these other items. Bloodforge and shit. Decrease additional damage after basic attacks from 50 to 40. Bro, how they gonna do that to my Uller, bro? Disrespectful. I love Hydras. Increase physical power from 20 to 30. It needed it, but hopefully it doesn't come back into the meta because fuck this item. Increase attack speed. I like this. I love Wind Demon. Great item. Cool buff. I enjoy it. Malice now provides 10% CD. You're going to see Malice more often. When this item evolves, it provides an additional 5% physical life steal in addition to physical power and the ability life steal effect. Nice. You can use it more now. Masks. Decrease damage dealt from minus 25 to 20. Decrease healing down from minus 25 to minus 20. Bro, fuck the meta of the mask. Take the mask out of the game. Take the mask out of the game. All these masks are just so cheesy. Remove 10 pen. Increase physical power from 20 to 30. You don't want guardians to fucking trash mages and hunters, well, here you go. This is the reason they're doing it. But not really. But still, take the item out of the game is trash. Remove 15 pen. Increase physical power from 35 to 50. Increase magic power to 70 to 85. Masks are whack. I hate all the masks. All the masks are literally just ruin games. Pulse damage 45 to 65 to 85 to 105. Oh, this is the 3, right? Okay. Pulse slow 20%. Odin begins empowering Gunner with root magic, becoming immune to knockbacks. That's big. Oh, not knockups, knockbacks only. Okay, it's whatever. Every 0.7 Gunner changes runes, and Odin pulses out damage around, slowing enemies for 2 seconds. When Odin releases, Gunner travels forward, damaging enemies and stopping on the first god hit. The first rune causes allies to around Odin to gain attack speed for 3 seconds. Okay. The second allows Gunner to go. Last rune allows Gunner to stun. Stun. How long is a stun? 1.2. Low mana cost. Low CD. Scales. The scales. Pulse damage doesn't scale that well, but it shouldn't. Damage. Immune to slows and root effects. A portion of the wall can be destroyed when hit by 5 basic attacks. 5. That's a lot, brother. Enemies that leave the ring through or over the wall are taking damage and becoming slower. 2. Wow, that is so long, bro. What the fuck? Enemies that die inside the ring speed grant Odin permanent bonus to physical power. This is how much damage the guy fucking hits you for when you jump out. This is too much. What the fuck? And it scales to 75% of your power. This is scary, boys. Physical power, 5 power per stack. Max 10 stacks. Okay, 50 power is max. Healing reduction, all healing. Slow, 25%. Cooldown, 75. Mana cost 100. Dude. Odin, this is scary. I fucking hate Odin. He's so basic. There's so much. Odin's definitely back. That's too much damage, bro. 420 for jumping out of the cage? And then when you're in the cage, you can't do shit? God damn. 75%. Dude, if he has 100 power, right? That means if he has 100 power, that means he's mega tanky because he didn't go full power. That's only like 2 items of power. Not even. He could be almost full tank, get 100 power, and he's doing 500 damage if you jump out of the cage. That means if you cage 5 people, even if they jump out, you're doing 2,500 to their team. What the fuck? When the Bastet hits an enemy, you don't take damage if you break the wall. I mean, good luck attacking 5 times. When Bastet hits an enemy, she marks the target for a brief time. Mark targets leave behind a central. Bastet can follow, gaining movement speed. 20% movement speed? Damn. Set duration 3 seconds. How does it refresh? Oh, it only lasts for 3 seconds, so you only can chase them for 3 seconds. Okay. Change the ability to sweep and an instant cone. Updated the FX. Okay, this is good. Razor Whip was like always an awkward ability. The way to juke it was to go into him. Ensnaring Claw. Bastet sends a cat forward at her enemies. If a cat can't find its enemy, if a cat finds an enemy, it ensnares them, damaging them, and briefly rooting them. It ensnares them. Is ensnare the same thing as rooting? The cat persists for 4 seconds or until defeated. Continue to attack nearby enemies. The cat's attack will apply 2 seconds slow to the enemy. God, it slows its roots. How much health does it have? Oh, it only has 2 hit points. If Guardians of a Best is active, she will command her Guardians to also charge forward. Root damage 60. 60 and 91, 20. That's not too much root damage. 65 doesn't scale that well. The cat also does damage. 20, 30, 40, 40, it's 40 per hit. 30% of your in-hand power. Cat 2 hits. Cat hit points 2. Root duration 1 second. Slow 25%. So after you're rooted, you're still slowed by 25% if he keeps hitting. So you definitely got to kill that little thing. Alright, someone want to permit him? Do I have any mods in stream? Tito, can you permit him to see the video? New ultimate. Bastet calls her loyal guardians. Casts to her side. These guardians will follow Bastet's order, assisting her in any ability she casts. When these guardians deal damage, they will do a percent of the damage Bastet would have dealt. Damage 30, 40, 50%. 12 seconds. Equal to 90 seconds. Let me open up my Twitch. I have it open. Alright, it's all good then. Achilles decrease physical power buff from 10 to 6. Still scales to 10%. F this character, dude. Take off the CCR as well. Lower this and take out the CCR in Radiant Glory. Fuck Achilles. Artemis increased physical power scaling from 40 to 60%. That's good. This ability needed a buff. Baron increased base damage from 60 to 1 to 80. So 80 flat makes his early game way better. Still scales to 240. Good change. His early game 1 was kind of weak. I felt like you never cleared the wave. You always had to use 2 abilities on the wave. Berserk increased power per level from 2 to 3. Cool change. Increased rage gain per god hit from 16 to 26. You hit 5 gods, you're already at cap. That's big. That's a big change. This definitely could help him come back in the meta. Freya decreased magical lifesteal from 15 to 10% plus 0.25 per level, capping at 15%. Okay. So like just late game. Increased base attack speed from 0.8 to 1.2. Guan Yu ADC. Increased mana per level from 35 to 39. Helps his cleave. This helps his early game a fuck ton. This helps his early game so much. I mean, sorry, early mid. Because with his cleave auto. Hades increased base HP from 450 to 475. Big buff. Increased HP per level from 80 to 85. Okay, he's way tankier. His ability now provides Hades 10% damage mitigation at all ranks in addition to protections he gains. Big buff. Hades is okay now. He's still not that good. Guan Jungle with Kins, you already know, an Xy. Just fucking out there role playing Bruce Lee. Except follow Johnny Boy. Decreased physical power scaling from 3 to 2%. Makes sense. Decreased physical power scaling from 95 to 85%. Makes sense. Decrease initial hit. I think it would have been better to keep it at 95%, but just lower the sight, the amount of vision you get. You get way too much vision on that one. Decrease initial hit. Physical power scaling from 110 to 90%. Good changes. Wind gust decrease damage from 35 to 35 every level. 5 all the way throughout. Decrease magical power scaling from 40 to 35% of your magical power hit. This hurts her. For her early mid. Yeah, pretty much all game. 5 damage is a good chunk because it's 5 times 5, right? How many wind gusts? 4? 4 wind gusts? Izanami increase return projectile damage from 25 to 35. That's a big buff. Reduce cooldown from, this is her 2. Early game 14 helps her early game clear. Not that she needs it because she already destroys the waves. Decrease movement speed from 20 to 15% on agility. Good. Decrease air movement speed buff from 30 to 25. Good. Decrease landing range from 55 to 45. Good. All good changes. They probably could have hit her a little bit harder if they wanted to. Increase physical power scaling from Swift Vengeance. 30 to 35. A little buff. Could have got buffed harder. Increase base HP from 7 to 10. HP 5, sorry, from 7 to 10. Good buff. Increase damage from 50, 80, 60, level 1, 10 all the way throughout. Helps. Increase free fire damage, 65, 305. Helps. Could be decent. Maybe. Sorry. Base movement speed increase from 365 to 370. Something. Rama now starts the match and respawns from death with full quiver arrows. Huge buff. Huge buff. The increased mana cost for ults. 80 at all ranks. Huge buff. These are big buffs. They may seem small, but they're big. They're big. These are big. These are big buffs. Rama's back. Definitely back. One of the biggest problems with Rama was his mana for his ult. And then not having quiver, not having fucking astral arrows coming out of base. Deathbane decreased damage from 60, 80, 110 to 50, 130. I don't like this, man. Why? That's not her problem. That's her cat's problem. This is her problem. The fact that it's fucking true damage. But now it scales. So yeah, so this is good that they made it scale. Because being support and doing 660 with your ult that's unmissable is good. Leave Sergette alone now. She definitely needed to work. What they needed to do was look, listen to me. They needed to hire this to 70, 90, 70, 90, 70, 90, 110, 130. Lower the percent damage on her passive. And lower, and not make the scale, and just keep it at this. Now, Sergette has to commit her full 1 every time to fight. Not just 1, 2, and then auto, and get a percent damage hit, and then ult, and then you're dead. They need to make her into a true assassin. That's where her kit is. The percent damage is what makes her OP, not her fucking... They need to leave this. This makes her a true assassin. No, she wouldn't. If you hire this, because now you can build into crit, now you can be a true assassin. But if you lower this, now you're just a fucking ult bot. If you kept this, if you hired this, hired ambush damage, and just took out the percent damage on her passive, and kept this low, 500 is perfect. It's true damage. You should value this so high. Hire should have fucking hire me, even though I don't want to be hired. Be like, yo, Leon, what the fuck should we do with a character that you've played 100 million times? I got you. Yeah, but her ult alone isn't gonna win games. Imo as an ult bot, I agree. Yeah, but wait, what? Yeah, but her ult alone isn't gonna win games. Imo. Yeah, but her ult is her best ability. It's literally you can't Aegis it. It's true damage, and that's the best thing about it. And you can't heal. That's the problem. Not this. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. This is what makes her an assassin. This is the only spell that makes her an assassin, and you're lowering it. This ability now applies an attack speed slow along with a movement speed slow. That's a big buff. Just sit on carries now. Increased damage from 200, 500 scale. Ooh, nice. Nice. I like Wukong, man. Good changes. Thor XL's increased cooldown from 90 seconds to 110. Ooh, wow. That's fat right there, boys. That's fat. Good change, though. Definitely Thor needed it. Wukong jungle? Yeah, definitely this helps with Wukong jungle. And solo. Both. Well, we got to the end of it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yo, T-Dog, if you could grab that for me, that would be godlike. I hope you guys, I hope I was able to go over it and did give you guys some insight on what the new changes are. Thank you guys for watching. Season 7 is going to be fun. I'm excited to play some Season 7 Smite, man.